Guys, I am back. Don't care who checks in. Let me just check Facebook real quick to make sure I am live. Um, I just want to double check that it's on there. There we go. There we go. We are on there. So, welcome to the Energy Rich podcast. It's not about money, it's all about mindset. It's all about releasing what doesn't serve you. I'm just getting myself together. I got my tribe in the building. I wanted to do some energy check. So, I'm going to be talking to you guys directly. I'm going to be releasing everything that's in my body with passion, everything in my words. My words is just going to flow. So I wanted to do an energy check because a lot of times, and this is for anybody that resonates with this. This meeting is gonna be recorded for my tribe, so you guys can look back at this. But it's an energy check, and a lot of times, people, we just keep going and going and going, and we don't know how to stop. And the question I want to start off with is, Ro, I know you're gonna, y'all gonna check in with this one. Did you know that you everything that you do you know you're a slave to be free? Do you guys realize you're a slave? You sign up to be a slave just for freedom. And that's what I wanted to start with. That's where my energy's going. That's where the energy check is we keep going, we keep going, and we keep going, and we don't realize we're a slave. Then we pick these jobs that put us in slaves, make us slaves because we sign up for it, and then we put our children into a slave institution, and because we think it's child daycare for our slave job, and then we keep going on in life, and then we don't understand why nothing's in balance, why nothing is going our way, why nothing is in true alignment with our highest purpose. It's because we're giving to another system instead of our system. We're taking all our energy. We got 24 hours if you want to think about time in a day, and we're putting all of that into somebody else's system, and we don't put it into our system at all. So that's where I want to start. My tribe's on live right now. I don't. People's probably gonna check in randomly, but that's where I want to talk about. It's like why? Why? Do you realize what you're doing? Yes, you signed up. Just follow me. Follow my energy. You sign up to be a slave, and then you complain about not being free. Then you complain about the system that is not designed for you. And then you complain about your children, how they're not acting right. Or in this, I was in school and the teacher used to always get mad. And I used to get, my mom knows, my family knows, my uncle knows. I was in detention in elementary school. I was in so, I, because I didn't, back in the day, oh, she's a bad child. No, I wasn't conforming to that system. So I never did. Any jobs I had, anything, I did not conform to the system. I created my own system. Respectfully, but I didn't conform to the system. It was within me. Look at what I'm doing today. It makes sense. There's puzzle pieces. You People just call, oh, you was a bad child, Nikki. Oh, you was bad. No, I wasn't bad. I didn't conform to the system. And that's what happens is that I didn't sign up to be a slave. I didn't want to be a slave. It was within me to not be a slave. And some people don't have that slave mentality, just how some people don't have that addiction mentality. Some people are not addicted to something. They try things one time, they're not addicted to it. And do you know that you're a slave because you signed up for it? You're complaining about your job, you're complaining about your relationship. A lot of times we have relationships with people that we trauma bond because we signed up for it, because we are in our own way. So you are a slave. You signed up for your slave job. To be free for what? You work 8 hours a day, you work 5 hours a day, or even if you work from home, you're still a slave. You're confined to the walls. What does freedom look like to you? Ro, you want to chime in here? Because I'll keep going. If you don't want to, it's all right. Okay, I'm just checking on Facebook. Facebook, you guys can hear her, right? Let me see. Okay, I'm just checking on Facebook. Rose, say something. I'm just checking. No, I don't think they can hear you on Facebook. It's okay. It's okay. No. No, they can't hear you. So it's all right. I probably linked it on differently, but it's okay. I got you in my ear. So I'll fix it up later. So sorry about the technical difficulties. Facebook, I'm getting it right. So if anybody, Alonzo, hit me up so I can get this system. I had it up last time, but it's just they changed so much stuff because they want you to buy so much stuff. Upgrade and you can get this. It was free last year. But anyways, what bro was saying is basically what I was getting at is like I see it all the time. I see it on Facebook, and I see people. I'm not putting out on anybody, but I see it. So if you're gonna put it out there, I mean, it is what it is. People save up for vacations a year later. Or hey, I found these cheap plane tickets for like a girls' night or a family trip, and you guys save up for it. And it's like you're saving up for what? To be free for like a week, and you're a slave for about 11 months, 11, almost 12 months, the whole year. And it's like we get so caught up into. Let me just talk straight. Um, we just get caught up in the system of the program, and it's like we're so stimulated by the program where it's like we have to have mac and cheese. Ooh, look at that food truck. Ooh, look at Dominican food. Oh, look at Spanish food. Look at this, look at that. And we're so caught up in the system. Look at soul food. Look at this. And I'm just thinking about food trucks, and I'm thinking about the place to be. I'm thinking about all these things to try to get people's attention. It's like, let me program you. Let me keep you stuck. Let me give you this processed food that has no, that the chemistry so messed up in the food. It's there for flavor, to enhance the flavor, so you can keep on coming back. Keep on coming back to my food truck. Keep on coming back to this new restaurant. It's keeping us programmed, and with the program, it's telling us who, hey, Spirit, we got these flights for $59 to go to Miami. They know Miami, people go to Miami, people go to Puerto Rico, people go to DR, people go to the same places that everybody else go. Hey, let me go on this cruise ship so I can be basically sitting on a radiation vehicle in the middle of the water, just going where they want me to go, going where they want me to program to go. I can't go too far off the island because I remember going on a cruise ship and you didn't want to go too far off the island because they made you feel scared, like something was going on. They just don't want you to know the truth. They just want to blanket you with the lie, aka comfort you with the lie. And it's like, I'm gonna comfort you with just showing you what I want to show you. And this is where I'm talking about the slave mentality. It's like you sign up. I see it with my grandmother when she was here. I see it. I've heard the stories with my great grandmother. I see it with my mom. You go to a system you don't want to go to. You're a slave to this jobs that you don't want to go to. Nobody wants to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wants to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to a job that you signed up for. If you had a job you don't like, it's because you signed up to be a slave. Either deal with it or get out your own way. It is the age of Aquarius. And this is where I'm just passionate about this. So yes, I'm yelling. It is the age of Aquarius. Wake up. It is the age of Aquarius. Wake up. If you're doing the same thing that you were doing in 2019, 2018, 2005, you're still operating the same way in 2022. Something is wrong with you. You are going to be left behind. And if you have friends like that, leave them behind. All you could do, I don't even want to say you could give them breadcrumbs, because you don't want to be in somebody else's um way, because that's karma back to you. You can't stop somebody else's lessons that they have to learn. So it's like, you want to give them tools. Hey, this is how I did it. This is how I feel. Give people the truth. Hey, I think it's you. Your mouth is crazy. It's you. It's you. You're stuck in a system. You're a slave and don't even realize. Um, Peace, Destiny. You're a slave and don't even realize that you're a slave. And yeah, I lost my train of thought when I saw the thing. But it's like, we sign up for this. We sign up for this. And I hear so many different conversations. Like, go around at your family, like a family event, go around, whatever. Or just listen to conversations. I'm a listener. I listen a lot, but I generate a lot too, because I'm just taking on the information. I'm listening to your energy. I'm not even listening to your words. Words is just a spell. Words is just, you're just casting stuff that you probably want. So I'm just listening to your energy. And so many people are stuck. Like, why are you still stuck where you were in 2019? Why are you still stuck in 2018? Why are you still stuck in 1990? Get out of it. If you're in your own way, you're gonna be left behind. And leave people behind. Leave them behind. Leave them behind. I'm saying it. Leave them behind, because what's gonna happen is gonna hurt you. It's going to bring you karma that you didn't even signed up for. Leave people behind. Don't feel sorry for nobody. Don't feel sorry for nobody, because that's what people do. And that's how they get you into that program. Oh, could you please stay for like that, for another shift, please? We don't have anybody. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. Oh, we're short staffed. That sounds like a company problem. It's not my problem. Oh, I feel bad because all the workers. That's their problem. They want to sit there and be a slave. Let them be a slave. Y'all only pay me for this time to be a slave. That's pretty much it. Y'all only pay me for 8 hours to be a slave. I'm not being a slave for 9 hours over money. Hey, could you watch the kids? No, I ain't watching the kids. They're not my kids. If I'm watching somebody else's kids, it's because I'm elevating them. I want to spend time with them. I want to spend time with their energy. I'm not doing you a favor. I'm not doing you a favor, because I'm not about to get in the way of the lessons that you have to learn for your elevation. I'm not stopping your elevation, because elevation is let me slow down. Let me stay on one topic, because I'm gonna go off. I just want people that still sleep and that's still feeling like they're in their own way. I'm talking to everybody that's depressed right now. Yes, I'm talking to everybody that's depressed, that's claiming depression, that's claiming PTSD, that's claiming all these spells that they're casting on themselves. Hey, I have anxiety. You're casting that spell on yourself. Hey, I have depression. You're casting that spell on yourself. But the doctor said that. Who cares what the doctor said? A lot of stuff. The doctor said a lot of stuff. The doctor wanted my grandmother in the hospital to be a prisoner while on her final day. She didn't want that. We don't have to be programmed. So think about it. We come out the womb. I talk about this all the time. We come out the womb. Our mom is programmed. My grandmother is programmed. Everybody's programmed. And then you come out the womb. You're programmed. You're thinking that you're not good enough. You're programmed with the same program that your mom had, what your dad had. You're unshuffling. You're untangling all their energy. And then you're traumatized because you're delivered wrong. And then you're pumped up with all these chemicals, and you're not getting all your proper your proper just elevation. I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't even want to talk science today, but you're not getting your proper elevation. You're coming to this world into trauma, from trauma. And then you're sitting here, and then you're sitting in trauma. You don't have to sit in trauma. Get in trouble, get detention, get in trouble, break the system. I'm not saying be rebellious and start breaking the unbalance of life. I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm saying, like, create a new system. If this system doesn't work for you, you don't have to be like, all right, one foot in front of the other, left, 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 right, left. You don't have to be into that system. I know it's September 11th. Well, that's a whole nother conversation, but you don't have to. That's a whole nother conversation. We can get to that if we want to, but it's like, respecting all the lives that transition. So if anybody, but it's like, you don't have to be in the system. Left, right, everybody wear a uniform. Everybody do this. Everybody do the same thing. Everybody go on the same vacations. Everybody complaining about the same job. Why is it that everybody in corrections hate their job? If you don't hate your job in corrections, because you like control. Pretty much. You just like control. Oh, the money's good. The money is not good. Corrections. I don't care. You work what? You work so much just to stack money. I make more money. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I make more money being free. If you think you make a lot of money working overtime, man, you are stuck into a system. You are a slave. So when you sign up to be a slave, don't complain about your job. Break free. Learn how to either be a slave or elevate. Either take this as a slave job or I'm stuck here. I'm still complaining about the same thing. I've been at this job since 2019. I'm still complaining in 2022 that this job is terrible. Oh, my kid is, they're still having the same problem since 2019, or all my kids are having the same problem, you know, what you call it. I grew up the same way. All my kids, they just don't listen. And it's like the system. You have this system that keeps going and going, and somebody needs to break the system. You can't have this baggage. We have so much opportunity right now. We have so much freedom with opportunity linked to it. So much knowledge. Knowledge is just given for free. Before, you got to pay for all this. Now it's just given for free because people want so much attention. People want attention. Hey, let me put all these flashy clothes on, or hell, let me act this way so I can get everybody's attention. I don't believe in all that. I believe on just being your authentic self, being the truth. Stop putting all these things. Hey, listen to me. Hey, listen to me about detoxification. Hey, listen to me about certain things. Like, no, let's tell the truth. If you want to be a slave and you want to be programmed into the system, stay in the system. Just leave people where they at. Just leave them there. And if your child is in the public school system, there might be one or two teachers, straight up. There might be one or two teachers that actually go against the grain, but it's very few of them. If your children are basically babysat because you're in the slave mentality, you're in the slave program, and your children basically are babysat by the public school systems, and then they're program with Teletubbies or whatever show that's on, that is not teaching the children anything, you know, and you're just creating somebody that's a slave. Hey, my son's I don't care what nobody says. My son's a firefighter now. He's a slave. He's in the system. You know, my son's this or my daughter's that. So what? Everybody wants to be a nurse nowadays. Everybody wants to be. I don't care. Everybody wants to be a nurse by a day. Oh, because the money's good. Yeah, because y'all want to be slaves into the system. It's like we pay to be slaves. We pay to be slaves so we can have freedom. And that's a word right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. So it's the age of Aquarius. It's the age of Aquarius. People need to wake up. People need to wake up. Drop your baggage. But these are the bags I had since 2019. Drop the baggage. Let it go. Break the same routine. You're not a hamster. You're not a hamster. You don't have to be like, all right, it's Monday. It's Monday. It's Sunday. I'm looking at you, bro. It's Sunday. I'm going through the hamster wheel. I got my tribe on Zoom, but we're going through the hamster wheel of everything. You don't have to be in a hamster wheel. You don't have to do the same thing every Sunday. And honestly, it does irk me. People that always, I ain't gonna get into that. Let me stop myself. Let me stop myself. But it's the age of Aquarius. Wake up, drop the baggage, stop claiming depression, stop claiming anxiety, stop claiming all these things to comfort your ego. Let go of the ego and start elevating. And when we talk about elevation is not pretty. Elevation is ugly because you're removing everything that doesn't serve you. And people don't want to elevate, but they all want these things. It's like you're almost slave in the fields and you're like hoping for this freedom. The freedom is right there. It's 2022. The freedom, the opportunities, they're right there. You just have to wake up and get out of the slave mentality, get out of the program, from the program food, the program information, even program conversations. There's conversations that I had that, You can remember, you can relate. There's programs I always sit and listen to a conversation, and when I leave the conversation, if I don't feel right, that's an imbalance out of my life. That those conversations or whoever's in that group we're having a conversation with, if I leave out drained, that's not the group I want to be a part of, or that's not the conversations I want to have more. I might love the people, but hey, let's not talk about something that's lowering my vibration. You can feel how you feel. Say it, speak it. A lot of times we don't have conversations with ourselves enough. Have those conversations. Tell yourself that you are amazing. You can do anything. And when you have these conversations to yourself, and you start pumping yourself up with the elevation that you want, you start, hey, I'm amazing. I'm going to be very successful. I'm going to be the CEO of my company one day. Believe it. Don't put your head down, because you're going to be tested. Hey, I want to get out of Springfield, or I want to get out of my hometown. You're going to be tested. Get ready for the elevation. But a lot of us, we don't want the elevation because we want the comfort. That's why we stay in our slave jobs. That's why we stay in our slave, and just not even slave jobs. We stay in our slave life, where we're doing the same thing, we're complaining about the same thing. We're in a system that we think that's supposed to work for us. Nobody owes us nothing. You owe yourself everything. Nobody owes us anything. Hey, I'm in the system. Yeah, the system that people, the system was stolen from so many people, because so many people want to be greedy. So if you're in a system of greed, get out of the system of greed. You want to get into the system of love. Love. Love is not greedy unless you're trauma bonded. We get into these toxic relationships, and I was in toxic relationships. I was a toxic person that sometimes they were the toxic person, or we both were toxic. We're trauma bonded. Oh my goodness, you don't have a mom and dad. Well, I don't have a mom and dad too. Let's trauma bond. And I'm not mocking anybody, but it's just like straight facts. Stop trauma bonding people. If you're gonna be within relations, you're gonna be sharing energy with anybody. Make sure you're learning from somebody. You're not bonded with somebody and playing patty cake and doing slide and stuff like that. I don't want that. I want to elevate. I want to be in the room with elevation. I don't want to be at the table. I don't want to be in a conversation. I don't want to be anywhere, even in my household, if I'm drained. I want to be elevated. And elevation is not pretty, and we overthink. Sometimes, straight up, just shut up. Just shut your mind up. Just everything that you're saying, just stop. It doesn't work for you. And we have to be grounded at sometimes, but you don't have to have a straight up human experience where it's like, what about money? What about this? What about that? What about this? I gotta take care of this. My responsibilities. I need a 401k. I need a pension. No, forget about money. Money is just a vehicle. Money is just a tool. Everything that you do, even conversations with people, even people in your life, relationships, they're just vehicles. They're just tools to where you're going. When your tribe is, you're not having conscious conversations anymore with people because they're not consciously on your level. And it's okay, because some people are stuck with bags. Leave them with bags. Hey, Sue, I told you to leave that bag back in 2019. You still got the same dingy bag in 2022, and I told you don't bring it. but I like this bag. You know what, Sue? Keep that bag. Keep that bag. You just can't come here. You just can't come on this vehicle with me, because I'm elevating, and I don't want your karma, because I'm enabling you to keep holding those feelings, keep holding that sorrow. Hey, my leg hurts, my arthritis. I don't care about your arthritis because you don't care about your diet. Hey, I'm sick. I'm going through all the sickness. I keep being in and out the hospital. But you're not putting yourself first. You're not moving your lymphatic system every day. You're not working out. You're not even paying attention to which you're eating nothing but diet foods. You're eating everything that's dead. You're not even having live conversations. So you want everybody to feel sorry for you because you don't want to do anything. You don't want to elevate. Elevation is too hard. Elevation is definitely too hard for people, and I know it is, because people don't want to do it. I just can't. As soon as they elevate, a test comes, and they're like, oh, I can't do it. I knew it. Every time I try to know, it's a test. You're being tested, and if you soon as you just decide to elevate and you get tested quick, it's because your elevation, your time has expired. You've been getting tested. So when I watch people's journey, shout out to all my tribe members again, anybody watching on Facebook, and especially Yazelle. When you get it's a conversation I had with Yazelle, when you get tested, I could just see your journey. And I love being a part of people's journey. It's like, soon as you go, I'm gonna put myself first, and you get tested, your body tells on you straight up. Everything tells on you. Like, girl, this ain't the first test. You've been full circling prior for your whole life, and you keep failing the test because you're trying to go into comfort. You just trying to, I just can't handle it. Yes, you can handle it. You can't handle being you just want to be comfortable. You don't want to be uncomfortable. Change takes discomfort. Change is being uncomfortable. Change is elevation. Change is breaking. Ooh, you're gonna break. It's gonna be ugly. You're gonna lose so many people, and you have to let go of people. You have to let go of things. You have to let go of conversations. You have to let go of people. And I'm telling you, the biggest lesson is the people that you love the most, because that's what you're holding on to the most. You have to let it go. I see my screen. I'm making sure I ain't frozen. Let me check. Okay. Slow myself down a little bit. No, I'm not frozen on here. So, all right. So it don't matter. So it's just like, let me bring it back down. Let me bring it back down. It's the age of Aquarius. It's the age of Aquarius. Wake up. Let go of baggage. Let go of all these sad stories. Let go of everything. Everybody wants to know how transformation happens. It happens inside. If you don't do the work inside, outside is not going to reflect. You're going to struggle with weight. You're going to struggle with your health. You're going to struggle with everything. Everything that you want is from the inside. A lot of times we go from the outside and we want, help me, help me, help me, help me. But everything is the inside. We go to church. A lot of us go to church and we go, help me, help me, help me. But we don't do the inside work. We listen to somebody else's word and be like, that resonated with me. Then we go back to the same system that works for us. Soon as you get the word and you go sit there and you just have low vibrational conversation, you just have this great conversation. Then you talking to your cousin and she talking about your aunt. Then they talking about your other cousins. And then you were back into this low vibrational thing of gossip. And gossip in the Black community, I'm especially, is crazy. Even in the Spanish community, gossip, gossip, gossip. Why don't we stop gossiping? And why don't we start having uh, elevation conversations? I get a headache. I get like this bzzz in my head. It's like when any gossip, I don't even feel right talking about anybody. If I have to talk about somebody, I gotta call them the next day. Hey, so we gotta talk, because it's not an energy you want to be around. It's not the vibration you want to be around. It's not the baggage you want to hold. And a lot of us, we hide behind. Let's talk about this. We hide behind because we're in our we decide we signed up to be a slave. We signed up to be a slave. So a lot of us, we're in this slave mentality, but we distract ourselves with alcohol. Obviously, people know that. We distract ourselves with relationships, with conversations, but then we distract ourselves with gossip, what goes on in conversation. I've seen it in so many of my family members. I see it with so many people. We distract ourselves with gossip. We have nothing else to do but gossip, because we can't sit with ourselves. We got you heard what which call did the next day. We sit with ourselves. We gossip so much. We can't even talk about ourselves. We don't even have time to even process the emotions or understand, overstand, understand anything that we're going through, because we're so busy outside ourselves, worrying about other people. Worry about your own life. Worry about your own lane. Worry about your own health. Yes, Danika's saying trauma bonding. Just worry about your own life. Worry about your children. Worry about your family. Worry about the people that's around you every day, because you want to elevate. And straight up, if anybody wants to keep being signed up and you want to pay your premium to be a slave, keep paying your premium to be a slave. Be a slave. I don't want to be a slave. Since a child, since I came out my mother's womb, I wish my mother had Facebook. She would know I I don't I don't I always went against the system. Sometimes toxic, because I was fighting against what was for me. When you fight against what's for you, woo, you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna Life is, you're gonna be like, it's gonna show you. you keep doing this is what's gonna happen to you. And you keep putting yourself in this low vibration where you just feel suicidal, you feel all this stuff, and you want everybody to feel sorry for you. And you're sitting here like, why doesn't anybody understand? Because you don't understand. Nobody has to understand. You have to understand. Straight up. But y'all like, I hear it. Y'all don't get it. We ain't supposed to get it. It's your life. We ain't supposed to get nothing about your life. What you call, had a good word today. What would they talk about? Oh, they talked about this. Oh, the message was for you because it was a good word because you understood it. When people talk, even when I'm talking, I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for the energies that I feel, and I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing, hey, I'm having, hey, let's save up for girls trip. Why? Live free now. Live free now. When you have your children, when you have your children go get babysat, make sure it's with a system that is elevating, not a system that's just keeping them programmed. Don't put them with somebody that you don't get along with. I'm gonna send them with my mom, even though I can't stand her. Stop putting your children there. If you don't get along with them, trust me, something's not right. Fix the energy. Fix the energy with you and whoever you're giving your children to. Give whoever you're giving your time to. Fix the relationship. Fix the energy. Fix the balance. Fix everything. You don't want anything off balance in your life. A lot of times we don't realize that nothing's not working out for us because we're not balanced. Everything's not firing off. Boom, boom, boom. Mind, body, spirit. Boom, blast off, elevation. We don't have the right circuits. It's like it's short circling because our body's right, but our mind's not right. Ooh, you seen that girl? Her body's sick. She got abs. She got butt. She work out every day, but is her mind right? No, she ain't in shape. She ain't in shape at all. Her mind ain't right. Oh, she's sitting here like your mind is not right. You have to have your mind, your body in true elevation so you can get anything that you want in this life. You can have freedom. You could basically stop paying your premium for your slave life and you could just break out and be free. And you can have girls trip whenever you want. You could do whatever you want because it's not about money. It's all about energy. It's about elevation. It's all about what you want. You are the creator of your reality because it's everything that you reflect inside. You want to do something, you're going to do it. Why? Because your circuits, mind, body, shoom, elevation. Every test that comes to you, because where we at? We're retrograde. Everything that is happening to you is getting tested and you're passing a test. Like, come on, test. I know it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna pass this test. You don't study. The only way you study this test, the only way you study a test is when you study yourself. You have to know who you are. Can't no other spirit come in and tell me who I am. Can't no other. They can't tell me, hey Nikki, you know what I think about you? I don't care what you think about me. Hey Nikki, guess what you did in 2015, 2000? I don't care what I did. I don't care what I did because I forgave myself. I forgave everybody. I am elevating. That test, trust me, I passed it. Those tests I passed. But if you're still being tested with the same test, like, damn, yo, this test again, I failed. I don't want to take this test again. I keep failing this test. You got to take the test. You got to take the test. You got to take the test, and nobody give you the answers. We can give you tools. We can drop breadcrumbs how to pass this test, but you know the answers. You have to search deep inside. You have to search deep inside and stop paying premium to your slave life. Stop having your children even get ready, get dressed, put uniforms on to this slave program society because you need a babysitter. And I'm not knocking nobody because I've seen it my whole life. You need a babysitter because you have to work your slave job and you need a babysitter and you're putting your children into a slave system. So now they're growing up with all this trauma. They're growing up with all this depression. They think they failed in life because they didn't get this job promotion. They failed in life because they're depressed. They failed in life because they're not making enough money. They failed in life. They didn't fail anything. What they're doing is they're not with the system. They're not a robot. They don't want to be a robot. They want to wake up. They don't want to be asleep anymore. They don't want to be in the fields anymore. They don't want to be a slave. I don't care they don't want to be a slave. And I'm not even talking about the African American culture for being slaves. I'm talking about every culture. We're not trying to be slaves. We're not trying to be slaves. Stop being a slave. Be free. Hey, I'm gonna do girls trip next year. Everybody save up. That's a slave mentality. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. That's a slave mentality. Oh, I gotta save up. That's a slave mentality. We saving all the time. We're saving all the time. And follow me with this. If you want to be poor, I'm gonna end with this. If anybody in the chat, just put it in. But if you want to be poor, stay in the poor mindset of taking from everything that doesn't serve you, or allowing everybody just to walk over you, and just giving. With a poor mindset, just giving away constantly, giving away. Hey, I gotta work this overtime. I know I got arthritis. I know I got back pain. I know this. I know this. Or I'm gonna miss my child's game. Is because you keep giving. You keep giving. You're gonna stay poor. You're gonna stay right there. You're gonna work all the overtime. You're gonna pour into a system that's not yours, and you're gonna basically, when you don't give life, when you don't give breath to life, life dies. When you don't give breath into cells, cells die. Follow me. Wake up. So when somebody's poor, they keep giving. They keep spending. You are poor. You're living in this poor life. When somebody is just, they're cool, they're content, they're a saver, they're just in this middle class mindset. Just follow me. Middle class mindset where I gotta save everything. I gotta put money under my mattress. I'm not this job because it's safe. I'm in this relationship because it's safe. I'm not happy. I'm just safe. He's over there or she's over there. You in this safe environment. Or my kid goes to this school because it's safe. It's just right down the street. I'm shopping at Walmart because it's safe. I know Walmart's not the healthiest. I'm straight up telling you guys, Walmart's not the healthiest. It's the cheapest. I'm gonna go to Walmart. I'm gonna go to because they're the cheapest. They're cheaper to even Price Right and some of the Price Right, Shop Right. They are cheaper because they designed the system to be the cheapest, and they're gonna make sure they're the cheapest, not the healthiest. They're the cheapest. So we're gonna save up to go on vacations. So we're gonna stay still with our baggages, and we're gonna stay where we are. We're never gonna elevate, but we're never gonna go down because we are comfortable where we at. Okay, then you go into the rich. The rich, they want elevation, but they spend too much. They're spending, but then they're investing at the same time. Hey, I'm spending, I'm investing, but I'm rich. But who are you giving to? Who are you giving to? You're just giving to yourself. And then the wealthy is like what I'm doing right now. I'm giving my knowledge to everybody. I'm giving my richness to everybody. I'm giving my energy to people. I'm giving energy to me, and I'm creating a generational breakage of trauma. If anybody that's listening, as anybody that's resonating, I'm breaking programs, and that's what you call generational wealth. And to me, it's money, but it's knowledge. It's really knowledge. It's really knowledge. And and take this: when you elevate, when you graduate, you don't go back down. When you elevate, there's no going back down. As soon as you elevate, you don't go back down. Like, dang, man, that only lasted about 5 seconds. No, you keep elevating. You keep elevating. You don't go back to kindergarten. You don't go back to first grade after you graduated high school. You don't go back to high school after you graduated college, do you? It's elevation. You keep elevating. You're going to keep getting tested. Trust me, the higher elevation is not the devil. It's your mindset. It's your mindset thinking, hey, every elevation is it's a new devil. I don't believe in that. Every elevation is a test for your shadow work. Every elevation is a test to make sure you're ready for this next level that you claim you want. You want freedom. You want freedom. You have to pass the test. And it's the test. Some of the tests ain't, some of the tests you don't have the answers to. So that's why you have to study. You have to study yourself. You have to study everything around you. If you are around a job, and I keep saying this, you are around a job, because I'm just speaking my experience. You're on a job like this don't serve you, change it. Take the steps to change it. Don't just do one day, hey, I quit. Make sure you have a plan. You get what I'm saying? And then make sure you have a plan. Or sometimes you already had a plan. You've been laying this foundation and raking the rake through the same garden every day, and you're afraid to get pushed. Sometimes you need that push. You go like this. One time they thought I was on drugs when I quit Stop and Shop. I was like, I quit. Took off my shirt. Quit. I was like, quit. They was like, what the hell is wrong with your niece? It's because I was stuck. I was stuck. And what I'm saying to everybody, get out of being stuck. I was stuck and I needed to push. And life was saying, pushing me. My spirit guys was pushing me. And now they're like, you know what? And I was like, I quit. So you have to learn you and where you're at. And if you're stuck in a system and you're complaining and you're depressed and you have anxiety, things aren't working out for you and stuff like that, and life is hard and you're tired, congratulations, you are a slave to the system. You are a slave to your life. Now break out of it. Now we identified it. That's why I say congratulations. Now we identified it. Now let's elevate. Let's start studying. Oh, but I don't know where to start. Stop starting with food. A lot of us, we think fasting, bro, I told you this. We think fasting is gonna help us know the answers. Fasting is just gonna release emotions that we have suppressed within. They're gonna allow emotions that we just put off. We distract with gossip, we distract with alcohol, we distract with food. We're just releasing those emotions. Learning who you are to hear is to actually tap in, to be with yourself. Be with yourself for a day, 2 days, or just tap into your energy. Just tap into your energy. Have those conversations with yourself out loud. Have the truth. You know the truth. You know how you feel when such and such comes around. Be honest. I don't want to hang out with you no more. Because every time you come around, you give me anxiety. Or I don't want to have these conversations anymore with you guys because I don't like the way I feel. That's when you start getting to know who you are. Hey, this job, you know what? I don't like it. I'm looking at Beth right here. I'm looking at John. You know what? Here my supervisor go. I can't stand her. I'm done. I'm done. If every day you feel like you're done with something, you're done with a conversation. Look at me. You're done with a conversation. You're done with everything. Like, though, it's your energy. Pay attention. Pay attention to the messages. Pay attention to the alignment. Balance yourself. And trust me, once you start understanding how to be free and how to align your mind, your body, and your spirit, and you're going to attract, and you know how to pass tests, and you realize everything that's coming to you is a test. Once you pass those tests, trust me, you are unstoppable. You are free. You are abundant. You can have anything you want in this life. And people are going to look at you for inspiration. How do you do it? And the circle back is, and to conclude, because I keep you guys on forever, um, I was studying how to fix my credit. I didn't know anything about credit, and I just want y'all to follow me. Um, I was teaching myself how to fix my credit, and I was gonna pay all these people, and to help me because my credit was all messed up in the past because I didn't know about credit. I didn't think about credit. My grandmother, my great shout out to Nia's transition. She knew about it, and she had mad credit cards, and I used to always be like, "Man, why you have all these credit cards? Where you buying that finger hut and all this other stuff?" But she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. I had a dream about her last night, and it was all about money, credit cards, and stuff like that. So follow me with my energy. So I was teaching myself credit repair and financial literacy, and I was like, wow, this is really easy. I taught myself everything in a day. And I was like, this is so easy. And I was like, you know what the problem is? And this is what I put on my post is we're lazy. We don't want to read, so we'd rather pay somebody else to do what we can do. And I'm not saying pay somebody else to do to paint me a picture, because that's their creativity reflecting out. I'm not paying somebody to write me a song because I'm in here trying to rap. I'm telling my cousin, I'm like, yo, energy rich. I'm sitting here trying to come up with music for my intro, but I'm not a rapper. Why I'm gonna do something that's not alignment? I'm not a singer. I can't sing. My whole family knows I can't sing. So I'm not talking about that kind of skill. I'm talking about we have to start reading. Financial literacy is so, and this is back to the richness. This is bringing full circle with the slave mentality, the program that you want to put yourself in, that you want to sign your children up for. Just follow me, right? If anybody's jumping into this live, is all we got to do is read. It's the reason why they didn't want us to read when we were slaves. All you got to do is read. Trust me, financial literacy is so easy. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper. Shout out to everybody that's going on the platform and telling the truth. Financial literacy is so easy. We make it complicated because we want to. You go to people, hey, you got to pay this fee and all this other stuff. They make it complicated. They make it sound so complicated. It is so easy. I taught myself in a day. Boom. Stocks. Boom. I took my time. I learned in a week. Now I'm ready to elevate in so many different things, and things are so easy. We don't have to pay anybody no more. Stop paying everybody stop paying people. It's the age of Aquarius. Let me slow down. Stop paying people. It's the age of Aquarius. Start tapping into your sovereignty. Start tapping into your energy. Start understanding. Start picking up a book. Stop picking up the phone and scrolling. Pick up a book. If you feel like you're so busy, listen to audiobooks. If you can sit there and sing a Bad Bunny and worrying about why I'm looking on timeline, why somebody canceled their concert, you got time to read. If you got time to worry about somebody else's life, you got time to read. 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 Elevate. You're paying all these people to fix up your mistakes. And your mistakes is you not elevating. Your mistakes are you just being comfortable where you are. Your mistakes are staying grounded too long. Where you're not elevating, where you're just like, well, typical Sunday, life is hard, it's coming at me left and right. Life ain't coming at you no way. You're getting tested one way, and you keep missing the test, and you keep getting knocked out because in 2019, you still carrying that baggage into 2022, and guess what? Nobody cares. And your ass is going to be left behind, auntie, uncle, child. You're going to be left behind because you got to wake up. You have to wake up and stop distracting yourself with gossip. Stop distracting yourself with your job. Stop distracting yourself with your ego. Stop distracting yourself with trauma bonding, with love, with sex. Stop. Everything is your energy and tap into it. So I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys, bro. I'll keep you on. I love you guys. Tap into energy richness. And if you want to know, I don't care about weight loss. I don't care. That's why I have so much, like I thought about it. I was like, I have so many before and after pictures and I don't talk about it as much. And I was like, you know what? I need to have people start telling their stories. That's why I'm having everybody with transformations on my page, the transformations that I have, start telling their stories because it's deeper than that. When you start doing the inner work, the outer work reflects. So I'm teaching you the inner work. So the outer work, you're like, oh my goodness, how she got that way? Because she did the inner work. And sometimes I had clients that I didn't align with. Rest in peace to y'all. Energy. I didn't align with. And that's okay because my spirit don't like your spirit. Or at that time in my elevation, you were a test. Or I was a test for you. And that's okay. A lot of people ain't supposed to go with you in elevation. Even with clients that didn't go with me because they didn't like online training. Goodbye. Goodbye. Stop tapping into my energy because where we are now, what I'm giving right now, the energy is elevation. And you're not going to elevate with me. Oh, nigga, you can't come back. No, because you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym, when I was practicing. You wasn't with me. When I was changing, you decided to change the last minute and you showed me that you was worried about yourself. Hey, you know what? This ain't working out for me. I just can't do online training. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. You just ain't, you're not supposed to be with me in my elevation. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Stop tapping into my energy. Stop tapping into my energy because what you're doing is it's just like people that you're supposed to let go of. Let me spirit what? So you have to let go of certain things. Just like relationships, we don't want to let go of relationships. We're like, let me just get one more kiss. No, let go. Let me sleep with the person one more time. Let go. And when people let go, let go. When people slam the door, let the door slam. When people knock on it, no. When people let go, let them go. You don't have to understand it. Like straight up with me. When people didn't want to elevate with me because they was focused on their own journey and they didn't care about the workout, goodbye. Hey, I just can't do online training. It's because you care. You care about the workout more than you cared about the message. Goodbye. I wish you the best. Goodbye. And what I'm saying is, I seen it so much. And I'm just using me for example. is stop going back to old things that don't serve you. Stop knocking on doors that were shut. Let things go. Age of Aquarius, you're not a slave anymore. You have freedom, you have opportunities. Wake up. You want to look good, you want to feel good, you have to do the inner work. You're going to get tested, and that elevation and that shadow work is very ugly. So you don't even have to get strapped up, you don't even have to put your boots on, you don't got to put your armor. I want you to be naked. I want you to be so vulnerable. Be naked. And everybody that tapped in with me and everybody that stayed with me in my elevation, we are elevating because you're supposed to be with me. You're supposed to be surrounded with me. And everybody that left off, hey, you left off. And that's the same thing with anybody. If anybody is not around you at the age of Aquarius or not around you right now, let them go. Let them go. Don't have them circle back doing retrograde. Hey, it's me again. No, no, girl, bye. Or guy, bye. So this is the Energy Rich podcast. I hope I tapped into your energy. And if I triggered you, oh well. The truth will set you free. And we're not trauma bonding. We're breaking out of this program. We're breaking out of the slave mentality. We're breaking out of it. And we are just looking into the sky to be free. Peace out.